Welcome to episode 2 of the GridLocked F1 podcast. Today we'll be discussing our reactions to Spa and then our predictions and the overview for Hungary. So, what did we think of the race, everyone?
Ayush?
The race had some good aspects to it, but me personally, I found it mostly to be a kind of a boring race. Not much overtaking was happening.
I'd agree with that.
And it was kind of the same except for just Hamilton winning, or not winning, moving through the field.
I know a bunch of the drivers were saying they could have gone almost an hour or something before the race really was actually started, and I think it was really crazy that we had it was an hour and 20 delay.
Yeah.
I think I really think there was really points where we could race, and also why do wet tires exist if we're not gonna need to use them ever?
Yeah.
Just don't give them. Just eliminate them.
Because I feel like
the whole issue with
conditions
visibility and stuff.
conditions for Silverstone were worse, and for some reason they decided to not race. I really thought we had a good wet race on our hands. I was really excited, but then turns out it wasn't worth waking up to watch it.
I was excited for the wet race, Max win, but did not.
Don't get ahead of yourself, but yeah, I think a wet race would have been really entertaining, and I thought it was gonna happen, and we definitely could have had it. It's just FIA didn't want it to happen. And honestly, I did have hope at the start because of Hamilton's overtakes, moving up the grid. I really thought we had something interesting too, but then after maybe lap 15, I think that's when everyone boxed. I think after then it was just boring. Nothing.
Yeah, and I think
happened.
the commentator said that the overtaking delta was half a second, so you need to be half a second per lap quicker to get an overtake done.
I saw obviously Verstappen wasn't able to overtake Leclerc even though he was on his tail the entire race.
He was
Same
2
with
seconds
Yuki
behind.
on Gasly too. People, even though they were in DRS zone the entire time, they just couldn't overtake, which is crazy to me.
What lap did we get DRS back at?
Sure, I'm pretty sure they did get it back though, right?
I think it should.
Well, no, they definitely had it. I'm
to
just saying. I know we didn't have it in the beginning. I'm pretty sure.
Should have been close to the start. They restarted the race when it was
It was so
really
dry.
close to.
It really wasn't that wet when they started it. I thought it would have been interesting if they started while it was raining. It would have been cool.
I think. After 20-minute delay or something, I think we would have had a really good race.
Yeah, but there's also the issue with safety and all.
Yeah, but we have wet tires. I don't know. They just want them to go on.
Well,
Everyone wants to go on into.
Yeah, but the wet tires throw
the-
back way more water than the intermediate.
Yeah, if the intermediates are
much
giving
harder to see.
the intermediates were giving an issue with visibility, and I think that was their main concern. It wasn't anything to do with the driving on track, because they could definitely have driven on that track. I just think it's really a track you probably don't want water just being kicked up everywhere.
Yeah.
And
It dried up way earlier than it started. They definitely would have been able to race at a certain point. Not an hour and 30 minutes later, maybe. Even I don't know, how early do you think they could have started it? I know Cole said 20 minutes, but I feel like that's a little
And then there was that second storm that was coming in after the first one.
Yeah.
And they had to wait for
But
that.
that second storm wasn't even that long.
I really thought it would have been interesting. I know we had a storm kind of coming in. I want to say maybe it was around turn 3, maybe
Towards the
at
end.
the end.
Yeah.
The last
really,
2 laps.
It wasn't relevant.
I think that would have been really cool if that came in maybe 4 laps before that or something, and it would have been maybe enough to where possibly we could have had some pitting. I think that really would have spiced up the race.
Let's talk about.
You know what the good thing is during that 1 hour break? There was some entertainment with Nico Rosberg.
Yeah, I liked watching that.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture of him and
Yeah.
Hamilton?
Yeah,
What
him
was-
talking about it
It's fun.
with Hamilton.
He's
That was
a,
quite fun.
yeah, he's a good driver, good entertainer too. He has a YouTube channel, right?
Yes. He should get on here sometime.
Maybe we can interview him one day.
I love seeing the Max stands with Macarena.
Alright. You want to talk about some individual driver performances now?
Yeah, I was gonna say we should talk about the results. I felt bad for both Yuki and Hajar, because the strategy, they just got messed up by their team.
They got screwed up
especially
by the
Yuki.
strategy.
Yuki definitely showed this weekend a lot of improvement, qualifying P7, but then the team just threw it away by calling him to pit too late, which is really unfortunate.
They gave him the upgrade for
Yeah.
qualifying, right?
Which is good.
And he was able to get like semi close to Verstappen, right?
I think in Q2 he was only a few tenths off.
Yeah, his Q2 lap was very good.
Yeah,
he was like ahead of Russell.
He was fifth in Q2, which is great. It's just he got, because like doing an entire lap at Spa when you already have to pit, and like when it's too late, it just messes. It lost him so much time. Like I feel
And-
like they
and then he
even
couldn't
like double
overtake.
stacking, if they were really that close, double stacking still would have been better, because I don't think he would have lost as much time.
Yeah.
And I think they just called him way too.
While I was watching the race, I was like kind of thinking that Red Bull should have brought him in first out of all the drivers,
Yeah.
because I think Lewis came in first, right?
And
You
that
saw how
really
much that
helped
helped
him. That
So
helped him
Yuki
so
could have
much.
finished like he could have finished top 5 maybe.
I think it would have been interesting if they did go for a double stack as well. I think they could have probably taken the gamble like what Hamilton did, and it probably would have paid off. But if they missed that, and I think they could have double stacked, you could have had the chance to also block other people from getting back on track, and that would probably just help Max
Yeah.
out a bit.
I think even then, like, well, even if they double stack close, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But I think he was still far enough from Verstappen where they could have double stacked very easily. And they probably were trying to do that, but they just called him in to, like, I was watching the radio rewind, and he got called in like right after he passed the pit entry, which is horrible timing. It's unfortunate. But I think I'm excited to next weekend. What, like, for Hungary, I think he'll do good, hopefully.
We didn't talk about Hamilton going all the way from, what was it, 18 or 16?
Yeah, I thought he
It
was
was
pit
18.
lane. He was pit lane.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he started in the pit lane, but there were 3 drivers in the pit lane.
That's true, yeah.
But he went all the way
lot.
from there to 7th,
Everyone was
or
pit lane.
7th place.
Mm-hmm.
I
'Cause,
think that was one of the highlights of the race,
mm,
especially at the start.
that made that race a little bit better. That was the most entertaining part of it.
All right. And also, my prediction from last episode came true. I said that Charles Leclerc will come onto the podium, and that's exactly what happened. Came 3rd place.
I was pretty close with most of my predictions. I believe I said McLaren 2, 3. One of the Ferraris, I think I said it was top 4 maybe, and I think I thought Max was going to win. So not order wise, but the top of the.
Yeah.
Maybe if it rained, Max
I
would
don't
have
really
won.
remember what I said, but I'm pretty sure I said Oscar winning. So at least I got that correct.
All right.
Also, what are your guys' thoughts on, like, at the start of the race, the McLaren said they had that energy issue?
Lando
It
did,
was.
right? Lando
Yeah.
specifically.
I think both of them had it.
Yeah, I think because of the restart they were
You think
saying,
that screwed
right?
up his race?
Lando's race?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, he kept making mistakes too.
Mm.
I mean,
He,
the commentators
towards
were
the
trying to
end.
make it seem like it was kind of close, the fight for the lead, but
yeah.
in reality, it wasn't that close.
It did kind of get close at the end. Like,
Yeah,
he
I
was,
think-
like 3 seconds
He was still
away.
4 seconds off.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, that's still within range of where one blunder could possibly, really close that gap. And then you have a very large
Yeah.
overtake. It's half a second. So I feel like he could possibly get in with that. I think he like scuffed the curb or something.
Yeah, he made a lot of mistakes towards the
Yeah,
end.
no, if he didn't
Yeah.
make that many mistakes, I think he may have gotten
He would have been like a
at least
second.
a second in. Like, second.
Mm-hmm.
That's Lando. Bottling under pressure. I mean, to be fair, a lot of drivers do that too. Not just him.
Alright.
I feel like for Spa, starting second is a lot better than starting first, though. I
Yeah.
think they were saying you get the slipstream being second, and that just, like, when the restart happened, Piastri just shot ahead of Lando so fast just because he had
You
that
get the-
slipstream.
The outside line as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And who was second for the sprint? I forgot.
Verstappen was
I think it was Verstappen, right? So yeah,
Same thing happened.
same thing happened.
You're saying in qualifying?
Yeah. So
Okay.
qualifying second. That's
Yeah.
really what's
He
gonna help you.
he within the beginning of that race, the turns, him catching up, that was pretty nice.
The beginning was good. I did like the beginning.
What are your thoughts on it being a rolling start instead of a
That was,
sudden?
I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Think there would have been a difference?
Yes, I think.
I think
so.
there probably would have been a difference because having it as rolling, you also take out reaction time for them. I mean, just the initial lights and stuff. And I think that kind of just changes it up the start, which kind of defines the whole race.
I'm a little disappointed because I thought there would be like some crash or something, and I think if we did have an actual start, we would have definitely gotten a crash, or like a higher chance at least. And that's probably why they were trying to be more safe that weekend, because you know, Spa is not the safest, and especially with what happened with Antoine in 2019. So I'm sure they just want to be careful. Just good. But I wish it was a little more entertaining too. I think they could have still done the wet race.
I think they should have after a certain point because I feel like it definitely was doable. Even with inters, it really would not be throwing that much water up after a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't even have inters if. Sorry?
You can continue.
We shouldn't even have inters if we're not going to be allowed to race on like tracks.
Yeah. Hopefully they can change it by next year. The new cars.
New regulations. Are we gonna go on to that now?
There were a lot of. Also, I just want to say there were a lot of surprise performers this weekend, like Albon, Lawson, Bortoletto, Gasly,
yeah.
and Behrman. He got his 11th place in a row. Kind of unfortunate for him, but
Yeah.
that's like
Right outside of the points.
Oh, did you see him looking at Tsunoda in the pit lane?
No. Why?
I think he could have been in Q3, but Tsunoda messed up his flying lap.
Really? He impeded him?
He didn't impede him. It's just that before they started the lap, at the last corner, like in preparation, Tsunoda overtook him, and that kind of messed up his exit. He locked up after that. So I think he could have gotten a good points haul. Because the Haas was actually looking quite fast this weekend. Like they kept consistently getting like fastest purple first sector, I think.
Yeah.
With Alcon. So
A lot of people went more, like it was either more downforce or less downforce, and then because of the rain, that kind of messed up people's strategies, right? Especially with Red Bull.
yeah, I think that Red Bull switched to
I
high
forgot what it
downforce.
was. Yeah.
They switched to high downforce for the race.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that worked out pretty good.
They had low downforce.
Not really, because when it's wet, you're not going as fast, so the high downforce doesn't matter as much, right? I think that's how.
When it's wet, I think high downforce is better.
Really?
I mean,
I might not just understand it yet.
It was supposed to be on wet you want more traction to the road because there's a higher chance you'll slip, right? So higher downforce will cause you to grip more. But I mean, it was supposed to be a wet race, so I would say they made the right decision. I don't think it really hurt them too much.
I thought they went low downforce though.
They were low downforce for the sprint. They switched it up for the actual race.
Okay.
I think Max could have. I mean, with it being delayed, Max I think would have won with a low downforce.
The high downforce is better though in the wet. Yeah, I just had it confused.
Want to talk about our Hungary preview now?
Or
for this
should
week?
should we do the regulations first, or
We can go to Hungary.
okay?
Are there any teams with planned upgrades for Hungary?
Check right now. Red Bull probably, or maybe that was the one they were having now. I don't think would they bring in upgrades right before the summer break, or would they bring it in after?
Probably after. Is this the last race before summer break?
Yeah,
It is.
Sucks. Okay.
No more F1.
So with that in mind, I think it would probably be a similar result to as usual.
I'm gonna agree with that. I would say it's kind of
better.
far out to get the weather on it, but assuming, I mean, I'd say it'll probably be very, very similar. Maybe just not. I think we'll have a 1-2 or maybe like a 1-3, 2-3 for the McLarens or something. I think Max will get top 4.
Oscar got his first win last year.
Yeah, but I mean that was the one where they it was the weird team drama stuff, right? Where he switched with Lando to get the win, right?
Yeah, it was.
So I mean, I think they'll be front row again. Definitely, we'll see if Lando finally gets the Hungary win.
I think Yuki will perform well.
I think Yuki will perform better because I would assume he's probably getting the package that Max had.
I think he got it for qualifying.
No,
right?
I think his car is still a little behind on Verstappen, but not as much.
Mm-hmm.
I think. But I think with the push that the new team principal has been making, I don't know how you pronounce his last name still. I think definitely, I hope it's an upward slope. He didn't do too bad last year. I think he was top 10, maybe. I hope he'll have a good race this weekend.
So what if each of us gives our predicted top 5? Then we can come back and look on our next.
I give top 4. I would say.
I think we should do top 5.
I know. I was going to add one more in.
And we'll give concrete answers. So we'll see.
Okay. I'll take. Maybe Oscar.
Yes.
Max.
At first or like poll? Should we say poll prediction?
I'm not saying poll. I'm just going.
Okay, just a race.
The end of the race.
Okay.
Oscar, Max, Lando. Oscar, Max, Lando. Then maybe George. Maybe we'll see good performance from George on this one.
Yeah, he has. And
then Charles.
That sounds pretty normal to me.
I'm gonna go for. I'll go for Lando first. I feel like right before the summer break, he'll have a strong race. And then I'll have Piastri second. I'll have Max third, because he's always going to find a way to get there. Fourth place, I'll take George Russell. Fifth place, I want to just throw a surprise, and I'll say Alex Albon.
That I would probably go for that. I think that's the most realistic. I think I would say Lando first, Oscar second, Hamilton third, because that's what he got last year. Maybe he'll do it again. I don't know. And I think he's upward in performance, even though like his qualifying is bad this weekend. He's been good in the races. And then fourth, I'd say George. Fifth, Leclerc. I think that seems pretty good.
Okay. I wanted to ask, I feel like Antonelli, his form has been kind of dying off. I see that none of us have him in our top 5.
It's been pretty disappointing, honestly, watching him.
Do you guys see his interview after his qualifying?
He was like crying.
I did not.
He looked like he was crying.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I feel pretty bad.
The pressure is probably getting to him.
Well, I mean, he's a really young driver. I think he's a lot ahead of him.
He's on the youngest on the grid, right?
Yeah. I mean, he just graduated high school, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. He was born the same year as me, actually. I should be.
He's an F1 and you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you guys too. Next year, you'll probably get. Maybe
I think he might bounce back this weekend, though.
I think he can get top 7.
What were the reasons for? Like, is there any reason that he? Do you keep getting knocked out of Q1? I think he's making mistakes, right? I think it's mostly been mistakes. Because I mean, the time where we had the triple header with Monaco, I think some of that was reliability issues, right, for Mercedes.
Yeah.
But now I feel like it's more just him making mistakes.
In that interview, he was saying that he lost confidence in the car. He needs to regain it. So hopefully he locks in this weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And on topic with discouraged drivers, do you see Lance Stroll doing the?
When is he encouraged?
No, he actually looked pretty, sad. If you search
I
out,
feel like always when I watch his interviews, the interviews after race or qualifying, he just doesn't say that much. I feel like he gives 3-word answers.
Yeah, I think he's changed a lot. since before. He used to be more extroverted.
Yeah.
Now he's quite reserved. Like if you search up the what's the thing, the pre-race bus lap or whatever, he was just by himself on his phone in the corner. I actually kind of feel bad for him now. Honestly, I don't think he's like the worst driver.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, yeah, he's never really gotten a chance in a good car.
It's just that like
So, I
he's
think,
he has kind of fallen off since his prime, but he's had great teammates, and he's not top level, but people are putting him down because he can't reach that top. Also, his circumstances, like his rich father and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
On to the 2026 regulations.
Yeah. What do you guys want to discuss about that?
Honestly, I don't know too much about them. I just know the no more DRS, right? And then
It's active aero. It's now just
cars.
active aero.
Cars are smaller, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing I really don't like. I feel like, I mean, okay, that'll be nice because you have more space and they'll be able to overtake.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best thing that they're bringing.
I feel like the large cars can create some like combative aspect of where you are having drivers able to use their cars to defend themselves. I feel like if you have a smaller car, it's going to be a bit harder to defend in certain places.
Well, that's what makes it more entertaining, Because like when
I feel like it's going to result in more crashes because I feel like people are going to be overtaking in some areas that like they really would not normally be able to do so, and
again, that's what makes it more entertaining. I mean, like when you watch like vintage F1 races, like I was watching like 90s like Senna versus Prost the other day. That's amazing because they're like weaving around the whole track because their cars are so small they have to defend so well. So I think it'll be really cool to see that.
I mean, the only thing is like, what if they go to defend or something, spin out or something? I mean, there's always a chance of
the cars are
where they're not going to be racing again.
Yeah,
they're not as small as they used to be. They're still going to be quite large.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be how it was.
I think it's like 30 centimeters or something.
I mean, okay. I feel like car size is fine. It's not like my biggest concern.
They're 30 kg lighter.
Mm-hmm. So it'll be going quicker.
It's just 100 millimeters reduction in width.
Really? I thought it was a bit. I mean, that's a bit. I thought it was a lot more. Lengthwise, it's the same.
20 centimeters shorter.
Okay, that doesn't really make too much of a difference.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's not still gonna be enough to make it like classic F1.
No, it'll be a bit to where people are gonna still try and overtake a bit differently than they were before. I really don't like the.
Are the cars gonna be slower? Though?
That's that. I was just about to say that. The what? It's a 50-50 split or something.
And then they have the new.
What I'm reading right now is going from 120 kilowatts to 350 kilowatts.
Yeah. So very big. We're like
it is 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like downsizing our engines and stuff. I feel like
it might be too slow, honestly.
No, I mean it'll work because like the Formula E cars, they're really quick, but we do not want Formula E. We would like gasoline. We want our cars.
Like Formula E cars going down the road just sounds like there's a point. There's a point. There's a reason why we have Formula E.
And Lewis was saying that the new cars are also like 2 seconds slower in the sim. So
interesting.
Really?
The acceleration.
Someone else.
It should have a higher acceleration though.
Yeah.
Probably. The more electric you have, the higher acceleration it should be. So I think that'll be interesting. I really don't like keeping out the engine and the gas stuff because that's kind of detractive from the sport. But I would say it's not that bad.
The thing is, like, if they're trying to cut down on like their fossil fuels usage, their cars are the smallest percentage out of everything.
Yeah.
The most carbon impact. Yeah, the most carbon they have is through hosting the races themselves because of all the people coming to it.
Well,
I know they're already doing it a little, but they should do it even more. I know it's a little difficult with the contracts with the tracks and stuff, but they should plan around the season like in a way that requires the least amount of travel from place to place.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like the only thing is certain times a year, like you can't really have a
Well,
race
yeah.
at certain places, and I feel like that kind of makes it a bit hard.
Especially if a place is like too cold or like chance of snowing. Can't obviously.
No F1
can't do
race.
that.
I would like a snow race.
Like obviously they can't do Canada in the winter. No, how can they race in the snow? There's no way that's even possible.
After, I mean, as long as the track is warm.
And like imagine an icy track too.
Wait, do we
Yeah, that would
heated? Do we have
That's not
heated
gonna
F1
happen.
tracks?
Heated?
Yeah, no, like I know some tracks in real life they have like water pipes or something that run under the track and it can just be heated.
I don't know.
I feel
That's
like
interesting.
having a snow race would be really interesting. I'm curious if that has ever
That would
happened
be.
in the past.
I searched it before. It hasn't.
It has
They
not,
they
okay.
don't do that. I don't think it's possible.
There's gonna be
What
a
do
new
we-
track next year as well.
Yeah, what did we
New
think
track?
about the
Oh
reducing
yeah,
down?
Madrid. It's not that good, honestly. Watching videos of it,
What do we
I
think
think
about
they should have
the
kept Imola.
what did we think about the reduced downforce, the 40% less downforce?
I don't know.
Or well, it was then scaled back to 15% less, but it still is a fair bit less downforce that they're allowed to put on the car or something.
My question is, how similar are these regulations to like what were the past What's the past regulation set before?
I think they're getting rid of ground
regulation?
effect, right?
Wait, what? They're
Like
getting
the whole 22 regulation was ground effect, right? And I think they're getting rid of it.
ground effect. By the ground, you mean like
The thing where
yeah,
it's a downforce, where the car gets pushed to the ground. The whole
yeah. No, I
they're
know.
getting
Like,
rid of it, right?
how can you get?
I
I'm
mean-
trying to think of how can you physically. I know in like aviation.
It was banned. It was banned since till 2022 or something,
What was
and
banned?
then they brought it back.
But it makes it go. I feel like it's like you should be able to utilize physics properly in this sport. However, you would like to do so
However you like to do so is a little.
within
I feel like there needs to
valid
be
reason.
Yeah, obviously there needs to be something. They can't just have no rules at all.
Well, I feel like I feel like you should be able to put whatever downforce you would like on the car. You could have it like shoot itself into the. You should be able to have it go upside down and just stay upside down, and it should stay. You know.
It can. Like I think they can, right?
Have
I
you
think
seen
there was
the?
now.
There's a car with a fan on the bottom, and it produces enough force to just hold the car to wherever it is.
Yeah,
That's what we need for Formula One cars.
there used to be a car with a fan actually in F1.
I think it'd be really interesting to see like an insane because the thing is we want these cars to go quicker. We don't want them to go slower. I feel like right now some of these rules are going to make the car go slower. And I don't think that's too good.
You think there'll be a team that'll make like a breakthrough like Braun in 2009?
I think
That would be really cool. Do you think
I feel
Audi
like
will do
Audi-
that? You
I was
think
about
Audi will do that?
I think Audi
Williams
has
as well.
potential.
I think Williams is a great place to do that. To shoot
Yeah.
up to championship contending.
Yeah. Who are the teams that we think are gonna be up there next season, and
I think
who's gonna be midfield?
All the mid-table to back marker teams, they've just been focusing on 2026 all year this year, and they're all going to come out strong next year. Teams like, hurts me to say this, but like Red Bull, they are.
They're gonna
like,
be down there because
they-
they need to
Nah.
focus on this year too. So it's like
I
they
think
can't
I
focus-
think
I think Red Bull's starting to pull away a bit from this year, actually. though.
they are. I think they're really aiming for next year. I
Especially
think
with their changes and all, they're kind of focusing it. In
my only concern for next year is going to be that it's going to turn into less of. I mean, it's going to be more of who can make the best engine because we're getting a smaller engine here, and it is. I think it's kind of standardized how much electricity the car has. So I feel like it's going to come to a point where because it's such a large difference in like engine, whoever can just make the best internal combustion engine, it will kind of take the season. It's not. I feel like it's gonna be less of a season of driver skills. Still, obviously, no driver skills.
What are the engines next year? We have Ferrari, Mercedes.
Ford,
Yeah,
Ford's
Ford
coming in.
Ford is
Ford, Red
doing
Bull.
Red Bull, right?
And then we have Honda, Aston Martin.
That's
Mhm.
gonna be cool.
And then we have the Cadillac. Cadillac's making their own, right?
I don't think so.
They're not.
I don't think so.
Are Audi making their own? I think Audi are.
Audi is, yeah. I think Cadillac.
There's a lot of engine
Cadillac's
suppliers
using
next
something
year.
else, I'm pretty sure.
Who's Cadillac?
Cadillac's using Ferrari engines.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah,
But still, there's a lot of
Audi's the
engine
one making
suppliers
their
next
own engines, which would be really interesting.
I think of a fairly fresh team and new engines, that'll be. I feel like it's either going to be like really hit or really miss.
And I think
Yeah.
they've been developing it ever since they got announced, really. Their engines. So they've had like,
How long
like
has
a
that
couple
been?
of years.
2
Couple of
years?
years. Yeah.
No, but
Well, but the thing is,
when were they allowed to
regs-
start working in the 2026 car though? When were they allowed?
I mean, they are not in the Audi F1 team yet, so
That's-
they can develop it behind the scenes.
I guess, yeah.
That's why they were like fighting back when, the president said they might switch to V10 next year or something.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
It would.
Yeah, because they've been developing it already, and if they just completely switch the whole thing right now,
That's true. Yeah.
all their work is gone.
But everyone wants to hear that engine again, I think.
Well,
Okay.
now we're going to be hearing like electric. 50% electric.
A lot more
cars.
electric.
All right, is that all for our episode today?
Is there what other things did they change about the regulations? When was the last time they had a major year for a regulation change? Like 2020. When was the last time?
2022.
Every 4 years?
Is it every 4
No,
years?
like actually, there've been a lot of regulation changes recently. 2022 was there, and then I think it was 2014.
Really?
the
That
last
was
one
that
before
big
that.
of a gap.
One
and then
other
before
thing.
that, it was even longer probably.
Mm.
One other thing on the regs. I just realized this. So it seemed like we're going to have an input, like a increase on the kinetic energy recovery, about like tripling, and also the energy recover. I mean, which leads just the energy recovered per lap. It's going to be like 8.5 megajoules or something. So it's going to that's double of what it is now. So I feel like that's going to really change how the drivers are using their overtake.
Yeah, and I think it's sort of. Do they have DRS next year?
No,
No,
they don't.
Aero.
They removed it.
Which
yeah, so
I
they,
think that-
they have the thing where they can switch the thing, right?
But I
They're
think that
waiting.
makes it honestly no DRS kind of makes it a little more interesting because they have to actually work harder for overtakes. But
Well, they have
The
to work for
unfortunate thing-
DRS.
well, yeah, but not like DRS assists them more. Like you have to like use the slipstream now, like on its own without the DRS.
Even the DRS is not even helping that much, like we saw in
That's
Spa
true.
this weekend, right?
So honestly, it does in my opinion, it makes it more interesting. But I don't know if it could be better or worse. That's the thing, because it'll make it harder for the drivers, which could be a more entertaining thing or a less entertaining thing. Because if they can't do it, then like, what's the point? Because they can't even overtake.
I think that's it for this episode.
All right. Thank you
Thanks
guys
for watching.
Thank you for
watching. We'll see you next time for the next episode. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, and come back next time.
Hit that bell, bro.
Nando Alon.
All right.